Well, it is halftime here in Jakarta, and France with a slight lead over Latvia, 53-49. Mark, we were talking about it at halftime. What quality basketball this is on both ends of the court for both teams.
Yeah, well, it was quality anyway. You're both, as you say, we're both. And we were given, we were questioning Fibawc a little bit about the use of the bench in that first game. In this second game, Tape and coming off the bench early was Francisco. They have been absolutely fundamental to this lead they had. Could have been a bit bigger. Yeah, Fournier has the points, 18 points. But the defensive effort that France put in for most of that first half was exceptional and really did generate points out of their defense. I mean, on the other side, I just can't say enough great things about the way Latvia just, as a group, just believed. Because without Bertrand in the game at all, almost 6 minutes he played, they fought back from an 8-9 point deficit at some points. His brother Davis helped out, made some big shots. Schmitz was great as normal, but it's the play of Artur Zagas. He was just phenomenal. Both ends.
Hustle plays.
Oh.
I mean, you know, maybe talent-wise or experience-wise, you know, France are the favorites, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the first World Cup. They're going up against the bronze medalists from 2019. They weren't even in the Eurobasket last year, where France came away with the silver medal. So obviously France, the heavy favorites. And I'm a firm believer that, you know, what do you have to do against teams who are maybe a little bit more skilled than them? You've got to outplay them. And that's what we saw by Latvia, and that's why they are only down 4. They are diving on every loose ball. They are hustling back. They are putting everything into this game. And you know what? There are thousands of fans, I'm sure, are giving them energy. Well, there you see a lot of the fans, and they are absolutely loving it.
You know, the other thing about Latvia is France took about what they would like to run, right? The extra ball movement, the one pass away, Dinar really slowed the ball down in terms of through the air. They didn't change what they were trying to do. They maybe were better on the penetration. They just executed better. They moved the ball a little bit more productively. They had to work harder off the ball. They still ended up freeing Davis Bertrands. They still ended up finding Smiths and making big shots. You know, they just work to execute for each other. It's a really great group that you would believe you were that good as well, coming out of an 11 and 12 qualification run where you have beaten Greece, you have beaten Serbia, and you've been to Turkey and won. You know, it's like these aren't places where everyone goes to win unless you've actually got a good group, and more importantly, a good group that actually believes in what it's trying to do. And Coach Benke, little bit unhappy with the officials. But again, he stayed with what true to what they do. He can play small ball. He got some really decent minutes out of Pashniks, and so both coaches are going to feel they're in a position to win the game, which is great for us. It's great for us. Not so great for those thousands of Latvians, though. They'll be quite happy with a 15-point halftime lead.
I mean, I think any basketball fan watching right now, and you mentioned it, you and I are loving this. Let's start listening to the timeout.
First offense, 2 sides. Okay? Come on, let's go.
Well, that man taking selfies with fans, I imagine. And what about, probably the disappointment, and that's why he is here eating an apple and not in a Latvian jersey. Sorry, Porzingis. This is what it means for him also. And Latvia, he's not able to play, but he is still here.
Yeah, and it does mean, and also we saw Jan Strelniks, one of the stalwarts of the Latvian team, also injured, but also here.
Yeah.
It has real meaning for those guys. And it must be a frustrated Porzingis over there. But you know what? It looked like he still believed this team was going to come through.
Well, it's second half action here in Jakarta. France leading Latvia 53-49. There you see it. Batum, Yabusele, Fournier, Nicolo, and Gobert, their normal starting lineup. And hustle play almost leads to a steal, but ball will stay France. There is 6 seconds, I believe. No, the referee said 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice read there by Schmitz. So he's done it on the offensive end, but he's also doing it on the defensive end. Oh, they're saying 10 seconds?
It was 8 seconds. When the ball went out of bounds, it was 8 seconds on it. The official went over and said 8, yeah. He's going to get it to 8 at some point. There you go. Smith's never had control of the ball, so it should be where it was.
Going against Schmitz, using his weight, little turnaround, fade away, nice shot by the big man.
Sweet move. And the foul trouble means they're not going to start France.
No, yeah, I noticed that. So the lineup for Latvia, they're missing their captain, Zorix. Able to recover, he's going to let it fly though, and he does, and that's off the mark, so good defensive possession. Nicolo now pushing the tempo. And they're going to go right back into Yabusele. This time Fournier, big first half. Big first quarter, actually, and a nice start for him in the second half here. Fournier, 21 points. Oh, nice extra pass. Schmidt's feet set, and his three-point shot is good.
They just don't quit doing what they do they? Great penetration. Helped find the cave, just kicked it to a wide open shooter.
Nice high-low look. Yabusele, nice little reverse screen. It's perfect basketball.
It was.
Schmitz had to front him, right?
Yeah. And the difference in the whole thing was that Rudy Gobert, who's used to making that pass, Yabusele sealed off really nicely. They timed it, they waited. Great execution by France. You've got to say, they've been perfect offensively on the first 3 possessions. Open inside look. Yabusele gets his turnaround jumper. It's a really sweet start for the French.
Well, Yabusele going to the free throw line. that shot. It's good.
I mean, he's pretty much a 70% free throw shooter across the season.
It's not bad for a big guy.
And it looks a pretty decent stroke.
Yeah. As he goes 2-2 from the line. France now up 8. Nice start for them. Zorix off the front of the rim.
How long does Luka Banky say, I'm going to wait for Bertrand?
Yeah.
You don't want to wait.
Bertrand.
Yeah. You don't want to wait and wait and wait, and then he's trying to force you back in the game.
Double team came this time, and Yabusele picks it up. Well, he can do it inside, and he can do it outside. But a foul away from the ball is going to be called. The three-point shot is good. And Yabusele doing it everywhere on the court in this third quarter for France. But I think a foul is going against Rudy Gobert away from the ball. Away, like the shot counts. Don't worry about that, folks. But on the rebound.
Yeah, literally just shoved on the offensive glass. That's a double-digit lead now. They couldn't have started this quarter any better. They've been perfect from the field in terms of on every possession. And Nicolas Batum rolls back to gears again.
Oh, how about that read? Nice draw there. Nice finish by Grazulis.
Super pass, right?
Yeah, great
Super pass.
Really, for me, Zagat has kind of been the game changer, the difference maker for this Latvian team. Maybe not popping out statistically, but if you saw everything that he's doing, it's absolutely incredible. Well, it's been working, so why not stay with what works? That time, Yabusele misses. Extra pass. Feet set, no good. Ball's tipped out. It's going to stay with Latvia. Schmidt, Grazulis, and nice patience for Latvia.
Just lifted out of the help block, didn't he? And the help had to stay. Again, it's a great read.
Oh, this is what I was talking about, and that's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. It is the energy, the desire, I should say, that that man is playing with. Artur Zagas tonight. He has been great for them. Only scored 4 points in their game for them the other day. Well, he's going to get to go to the free throw line for 2, and then Latvia will get the ball back because it is an unsportsmanlike foul. And nothing intentional about it, but it was, I mean, it stopped the fast break. It stopped an easy 2-point basket.
Yeah, it's a non-action, so if he makes 2 and they score from the possession, what do I know? I'm saying it's a worrying situation. France are up double digits, etc. They could close this now to a 4-5 point game, be right back in it, Latvia.
8 points, 4 assists for that man.
0 for 2. I wouldn't have. There's no way that I was looking at that.
Expecting that.
Yeah, he's a 70. But again, he's a 75% shooter across the season last year in Lithuania.
Well, France get lucky. Foul before the shot, no basket. It's going to be on the ground. You thought it should have been a shooting foul?
He got fouled as he pivoted away and went up.
Well,
I wouldn't mind seeing it again.
here we go. We will.
Has it fouled on the way up?
I don't know. I think the foul is there.
Yeah. If they call the foul there, then it's before he turns.
Well, Latvia with the ball back. That foul's going to go against Fournier.
It's important they score now. They've had plenty of opportunities with the ball this time to eat into the lead.
Ooh, Jagger, step back, three-point shot, it's good! Against Nikola Batum, excuse me. What a game he is having. 25 years old, welcome to the World Cup. Rudy Gobert spin move, and foul is called. Latvian fans don't like it because it was a little late. But the referees are doing that now. I remember back at the Women's World Cup, there were a lot of fouls. They kind of waited to see if it was a foul or if the basket went in or not.
But it's a foul or not, right?
Well, you know what? There's a reason why we're here and they're there.
I know.
And they
I know
make
that.
the big bucks and...
And Rudy Gobert has looked very, very secure on the three-point line tonight. He's only a 64% free throw shooter across the NBA season last year, but he's looked very secure. And there's still no Bertans.
Neither. Yeah, exactly. Shot off the rim, Gobert pulls it down, and there you saw France's free throw shooting. Much better job tonight than they did against Canada. Same with their three-point shooting, as they're at 75%. They were just 21% against Canada the other night in their 30-point defeat. Miscommunication, that's going to be a turnover.
Well, you know, one thing it shows that Coach Benke has a lot of faith in this lineup and its depth.
Yeah.
You know, and if they score on this possession, they're right back to where they were at the half.
And a couple missed opportunities. I mean, we saw those two free throws, went 0 for 2 after that unsportsmanlike foul. Weren't able to score, even though they drew a foul. They got the ball back on the sideline. So I think Latvia, they got to feel good if you're only down 6. They go inside to the big man, kicks it out to the hot hand. He's going to let it fly. That one's no good. And shot clock violation. So great defensive possession there by France.
Well, Francisco was a real difference maker in the first half. Batum and Tape coming back in together. And this is where France really turned up the heat defensively with these two on the floor. Got Francisco going against Zagars at the moment, and if there's anyone in the rhythm of the game, it's him.
Francisco gets it up, gets it back. Ooh, almost turnover. Calls over Gobert. Switch it, they gotta let it fly, they do! Oh! Silva Francisco says, maybe you should have played me a little bit more against Canada. Big time shot by him off the bench. Zagas. Yabusele out denying Schmitz, far away from the basket. Big man needs to roll. And Latvia turnover.
Tape ready though. You know, really quick, gets in the lane.
Fournier, nice little hang time as he easily gets to the basket.
That's back out to 11. Benke's going to call the timeout, Shona, and when do the Bertrands come back?
And there you see Fournier's nice little move. Well, let's listen in on this timeout.
Fast and aggressive on the sets. Set good screen and roll at the basket. Okay? He cannot control such a passes. We enter and we find open trees on the perimeter. Okay? First offense. Straight. We advance to Iger.
Well, he's waiting no longer for one of the Bertans to come back. Davis comes in. This is where they rotate Smiths out in the down 11. That's how much faith Coach Benke has in his lineup. He'll rotate arguably his most effective player, but he brings in Bertans.
He had to, right?
Yeah, I had to.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we see the other brother check into the game. Skele. Thought about it, nothing. Maybe should have shot it. They just throw it up. Nice defense by who other than Tarpe.
He's been absolutely phenomenal at both ends of the floor, Terry Tarpe. As has anyone who's come off that bench. The bench has been absolutely crucial to France this evening.
Terry Tarpe, 6 points, 5 boards, 2 steals to go along with 2 assists, doing a little bit of everything, but it's some of the non-statistics. Oh, deep 3-point shot with about a house down. No good there by Bertrand, Tarpe, Yabusele. Not maybe the greatest shot decision by Yabusele. And they're gonna say it was last touch by White, so Latvia ball.
Yeah, I think it's right. They can challenge it if they want, obviously, but I think it's right. I also don't think it's obvious enough to challenge it, but they're going to challenge it.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen in. At least we'll get the explanation.
Well, we'll get to see it as well. I'm pretty sure that Francisco was the last. It came off him. It's one of those fumbling out your fingers type stuff, and he tried to recover it. So,
Here we are, head coach challenge in another ball situation. Go back. Go. Fight. The last one was white. Okay. So we got 14 seconds. Yes. No, backcourt 24 seconds, yes, go for red. Right. Okay, after review, the out of bounds is for red ball, backcourt with 24 seconds on the shot clock. Yes, sir.
See, the thing is about a coaching challenge, you can't, it's for the out of bounds. Who was it last touched by? You can't then go and say, oh yeah, maybe I missed a foul. That's not how the coaching challenges work. You can use a challenge if over and back, if you think it was an over and back and a stop play, a ball out of bounds, if you thought the other team was the last team to touch it. You can use it to upgrade a foul, I believe.
Yeah.
But sure, all the French fans are saying, yeah, but it was a foul, but that's not what a coaching challenge can be used for.
What it's done, that break has enabled them to get Schmitz back in the game a lot sooner than they probably thought they would.
Zorix goes up against Gobert. Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA 3 times. And that is a big reason why he's able to get the block and then it actually touches Zorix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yabusele likes that spot on the floor as he just muscled his way in.
He just bullied Bertrand.
He did.
Just bullied him deep.
Zorix left wide open, miscommunication defensively, and Latvia makes them pay as they desperately needed that three-point
I was
basket.
just about to say, Zoric in particular needed to get one to go. He's struggled a little bit off the dribble. They're loving this post-up with Yabusele. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Why would you? He has 16 points in the game. Sorry, 18 points. He had 9 points at halftime, and all other than that three-point shot he made, which was from the same area, he was there, and then he just popped out because of a baseline penetration. They've all come from right in front of us, this side of the court. That's where he wants to be, and that's where they want to get him the ball. As we see Gobert go to the bench, probably till somewhere in the fourth quarter. Tarpe, tough pass, no good, and Latvia just turned the ball over. Unfortunate situation. Minute 18 seconds, maybe just, calm down a little bit, run a good offense, cut into this lead, 10-point lead, minute 18 left in the third quarter. And Tarpe gets it up to Fournier. Tough shots.
France have gone very dribble and post-up focused, haven't they? Yabusele or Francisco or Fournier, whoever has it, wants to do it on the dribble. And at the moment, they're making tough shots. The officials are allowing a little bit of, let's just say, conversation as this game gets a little bit chippy.
Oh, there's a lot on the line. If Latvia wins, makes things very uncomfortable. Zoric shot off, fight for the rebound. Latvia come up with it. Extra pass. Skele, front iron, but they get the ball again. And maybe Kurtz had a little bit more time than that to shoot. But couple good looks for Latvia, and they're just not able to score.
It's the other reason. They've had good looks. They've had a lot of good looks this third quarter. At some point, I know it's a gamble, and I know it's, when you throw the dice. But Arias Bertrand still sits, and he's going to, Banky's made that decision to literally try and get through the third without him.
Francisco says he wants it. No good, almost a turnover, but Fournier is going to be called for a foul.
They have one to give, so... Is that Fournier's third, though?
It is Fournier's third personal foul.
So not quite as good a foul as it could have been.
And 2.5 seconds left.
Oh, he was open.
Well, France are going to get the ball back on this end of the court because no one touched it.
Kuric was open and he stopped. He actually went back door and they saw the pass and he stopped. So now they've got
Well, they're going to have a good opportunity to score here.
Yeah, really.
They get it to Fournier. No, they don't. Nice defense. I'm not sure it would have counted.
Very tight.
Had it gone in, it would have been tight. Well, that is it after 3 quarters. A big third quarter for France as they lead 74-62 over Latvia. They outscored Latvia in that quarter 21-13.
Well, let's just again make the point, no Bertrands for the whole quarter. And they're now, okay, look at the numbers. Latvia dropping to 43. Still impressive by most people's standards with 68% from the three-point line for France. That and their defensive impact from the bench has been phenomenal. And they went to this post up so often
Yeah.
in that third quarter, whether Yabusele put it up himself or whether they went inside, outside. No reason to change it because it wasn't broken. And Yabusele made great decisions, scoring himself or kicking it. It doesn't feel like a 12-point game. They've got back to 4 or 5 on a number of occasions, Latvia, and they're never out of it because they can make threes in a real hurry. France have now just got to close this out. Defensively, if they stay with the way they played their defense, the one pass away pressure, then they should be able to close this out with a 12-point lead. But you can never write off a Latvian team. But don't forget, went 11-1 in the qualifiers.
You can never write off a Latvian team, and you can never write off a good three-point shooting team because it means that they can shoot and get a lot of points in a short amount of time. I do think that is Fibawc, the captain, 3 fouls. When he went out, you saw him go to the end of the bench. I don't know if he's injured because I think it's a little odd that he didn't play any minutes in that third quarter, even though he does have 3 fouls. What are your thoughts?
Well, I can only think he's still not cut, so I can only assume he's hurt then, because he's still down the wrong end. He's still down the wrong end of the bench.
Right.
He's not, and we haven't had a camera shot of him for a while, for a long time. So they're going to have to do it without him. Then his brother's going to have to step up, and Schmitz is going to have to get some looks.
Well, you said it. They're trailing by 12. Let's see what they can get on this first possession. Bergmans, Zagas. He's had an amazing, amazing game for Latvia, and that might have been goaltending. And it was. I think he touched it before it hit the backboard.
Yep.
Yeah. Easy call.
If they hadn't used the coach's challenge, they could have challenged him.
I think they would have lost the challenge
They
anyways.
would have lost that as well.
So 2 points for Latvia. They got to get a couple stops in a row here. Make themselves feel good. Get in a comfortable single-digit lead. Yabusele shot fake, penetrates, and turns it over though. So nice help. The defense. That falls. Bad pass. Kind of held onto it a little bit too long instead of just making that extra pass in the corner as he went to help his teammate up.
While France have the 10, 8, 6-point lead, you think they feel like they still think they're in control of this, and they probably are. That means just need to get over the hump.
Batum. Not a bad look, and who else was there trying to tip it out? Tarpe, but no good. Latvia now with numbers. Instead, they pull it out. Zagas, 3-point shot off the front of the rim. Do you think they're starting to maybe get a little bit tired here in this game?
I think that one was more Zagas was second-guessed himself. He pulled it out. Then he thought, oh, I'm open. Maybe I should shoot the ball.
And I don't think he needed to pull it out. I think it could have been a 4-on-3,
Yeah.
5-on-4 situation, and
Could have got deeper
Yeah.
and then kicked it, or could have taken it himself.
Latvia get it in as Francisco falls, then slips. Schmitz with the throwdown. Batum probably should have shot it.
And Nicola Batum in the first half would have just shot that ball.
Yeah.
He missed the one before. I don't believe he's going to doubt himself, but maybe overthought that one. Huge possession right now, though. Chance to get it to 6 or even 5.
Zagas, nice take, aggressive to the basket, earns himself a trip to the free throw line. So you said it was a huge possession. He went 0 for 2 on that unsportsmanlike foul, but first we're gonna have a timeout by Vincent Collet.
It's It's an interesting timeout for Cole here. Let's see what he says. How long do you leave Gobert out of the game, though? It was such a factor, not just for his own points or whatever, just protecting the ring, doing everything the big man should do. There's still 8:15 to go. When does he play that card? Now he's gone with DeColo and Francisco in the backcourt together for pretty much the first time, just to give Fournier a little bit more time on the bench.
We see Batum in the forward position, so they're playing small ball right now.
Real small ball. Against the small Latvian lineup too. That's 0 for 3. But he's a very solid free throw shooter. Hasn't missed a 2 or a 3, but can't make a 3 throw.
It's only worth 1.
Just has to make this one. 0 for 4. That's going to play on his mind.
Absolutely. He was short on the first attempt, and then he was long on the second attempt, so that's all mind game right there. Francisco. Little shake and bake, nowhere to go. He turns it over. So now Latvia. But no, nice hands by Tarpe. And France. Tarpe. And he is going to go to the free throw line.
Terry Tarpe is one of the reasons France might win this game. Both ends of the floor, but his defense and just his hustle, unbelievable effort. Hardly played major minutes in the game against Canada. Out there at the sharp end on the free throw line in the fourth quarter for France tonight.
So France actually has 6 people on the court right now.
It's amazing what situations do to free throw shooters. The pressure of the moment. I think they're going to take. They can't come on in the middle of a free throw. What?
No. They actually had 6 people on the court though.
But we changed
the ball was in.
We changed the rules now. You can substitute after the first free throw.
We explained it to the referee, but not us. Tarpe makes 1 or 2.
Maybe you don't have to panic, do that. There's an eternity left in the game. You just have to remember who they are.
Zach asked. This Schmitz. Schmitz has a little bit of an advantage here. They go inside, they find him, spacing now. A little one-on-one against Tarpe. He drives baseline, he's stepped out of bounds, so ball back to France.
That's Turret's Tarpe. Again at the defensive end, has made something happen. Just stayed in stance and forced him out of bounds. Super defensive play. He's as big a factor on this game as anyone else, regardless of the points.
Yeah, regardless of stats, really. Yeah. If you watch the game, you realize how important he has been. Fournier. Shot clock, 3-point shot. No good. Schmitz tips it out. Gaffons, his shot is off. Latvia going a little bit cold in the second half here from the 3-point range.
Regardless of Nando DeColo's reasons for it, you can't do that. Well, you just can't. Go, go, go.
referees are going to say about it.
Kuric's fouled him, and it was one of those fouls you hate.
Please, the other side, thank you.
Can they go and review this?
They can do. Because he raised, it's a nothing raising of the hands, but he raised his hand.
Right.
So you can look at it, but. And he'd already made the foul. It was one of those things that, you know, you've been a player, you hate that type of contact.
Yeah.
And he didn't let go of it either. But, see, like here, they're all locked. So the whistle's now gone. And Bertrand did the best job. He made it a real big deal.
Well, DiColo is going to get called for a personal foul. Sorry, an unsportsmanlike. Is it an unsportsmanlike? Because if it is, he's kicked out of the game.
It's either if it's violent enough. He hasn't had an unsportsmanlike. Oh, yeah, he's gone.
He had one in the first half.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's got to go to the locker room, correct?
Yeah, absolutely has to go to the locker room.
Well, you hear him.
I don't think the officials have any alternative, however minor the actual contact were. But he's got to go, and if he doesn't go, it can make the whole situation worse. And France are going to bring in that coordinator who hasn't played. So he gets his first minutes with 6:46 to go and the game on the line, and Nando DiColo has to leave for 2 unsportsmanlike fouls.
Yep. That's why we see him walking out of the gym to the locker room right now.
Simply has to make the throws. That's a huge moment.
This could be a game changer.
Oh,
a momentum changer, I guess you could say. As who chipped out of the game, Zagars.
Fouls.
And reach-in foul going against Lesor, who has not played big minutes for this French team this game compared to what he did against Canada.
He's in there spelling Yabusele before Yabusele comes back. Lesor's going to go out now because Gaubert's going to come in for the last 6.5 of the game. And that's another little mental breakdown. Deep on the shot clock, you don't need to reach.
And Zagas, who went 0 for 4 on his previous. Was it Zagas?
Mm-hmm.
Zagas is the one who went.
Zagas went 0 for 4.
Yeah. 1 of 2 that time. Not great free throw shooting for 2 of 7 in the game. If they lose this, you know he's going to look back and be very frustrated. But the thing is, he's been a game changer for them.
Absolutely.
And he's played exceptionally well. They're looking to go inside to Gobert, and they do, and Gobert is going to say, wow, it's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. They're saying they didn't make a play on the ball and maybe a little bit too much contact, too aggressive.
It's not a play on the ball. To me, it's an unsportsmanlike foul. There's no way he's making a play on the ball.
It was more the last action. Like you hit him and then after you grabbed him. But, I mean, they called an unsportsmanlike on Nando DiColo. You have to call it the same both ways.
You absolutely have to call it both ways. I just wish they would always call those non-plays on the ball as unsportsmanlike, and then we're all okay, but absolutely not. That's an unsportsmanlike foul.
Well, Gobert knocks his first one down, puts France up.
Gobert's had a really, and I've said it earlier, from the line he's been incredibly solid. Sometimes, you doubt him a little bit from the line. Not tonight. He's not looked like he's going to miss anything. It's just really solid performance. And again, Latvia just can't get over the 6-7 point hump. Just need a start with a score and another stop. But you still feel France, even with the DiColo scenario, still in control.
Francisco. Deep three-point shot, no good. So ball is going to go back to Latvia. Not sure that was the best shot that France could have got out of that action. I think a few times tonight, maybe Francisco trying to do a little bit too much on his own.
And maybe would he be in there at a moment if Nicolo hadn't
had to leave. Schmitz, no good. Bertrand's there. Ooh, dribbles back. Oh, what a three-point shot! Kind of reminds me of Ray Allen's shot over the Spurs. And Tony Parker running back to the three-point line. Wow, that was a big shot. And it's a 5-point game. And Hustle, who wants it more? Latvia does. And Cordinier is going to be called for the foul.
Well, Smith is going to go to the bench. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That was well challenged by Batum as well.
Smith is on the bench. I can't believe he's going to be there for more than a minute or so.
Berzunas.
Oh, nice pass.
Easy basket for Latvia. And Vincent Collet wants to talk about what he sees as it has become a one-possession game with 5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. And you hear the fans. They've been on their feet all game long, but now they're even a little louder. Let's listen in.
Toi, tu vas ouvrir là, et Nico, tu vas ouvrir ici, d'accord? Là, Bouma, et Gershon, t'es dans le corner, pas tes bras, toi, au milieu, d'accord? Et après, Bouma, allez, let's go, allez,
Well, Porzingis, he's smiling.
Fournier back in the game for France. They still have Francisco on the point. Where do they go? You'd love to see Gobert get a touch, regardless of where it ends up. You want the ball to go to Gobert and then kick it back out. Francisco's got to spend less time dribbling the ball because of the people on the floor.
You got to get it to your scorers. I think Fournier has to take a shot near the end of a shot clock.
Well, Francisco is the last scoring option they have on the floor.
Right, you have Batum, Gobert, you have Busele. Let's not forget his third quarter, and he hasn't touched the ball in this fourth quarter, or had a good look in this fourth quarter. Well, his three-point shot off the back of the rim, and Latvia for a chance to tie it.
Oh, what a block!
Well, Gobert says, not in my house. Look at this.
Tried to use the ring to protect, but he just didn't get far enough around. There's still plenty of time on the possession. Still a 10-second set.
Well, France have been leading this entire game. Latvia can tie it. Oh, they're down 1. And what a game, Zagas. And you can feel the tension, but you know what? Batum. I was just about to say, France have been in this position before. Latvia have never been in this kind of a position at a World Cup. France have. As the veteran steps up and nails a three-point shot. Zagas! Oh, what a response! 21 points for number 55 from Latvia. Francisco, great take. Nice pass inside.
They just don't know how to be anything else but Latvia.
And the referee is going to blow a whistle as
he hit the base of the basket and it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
His foot?
Yeah, I think so.
It's number 00, Rodion Kuric. There we go. We're going to see it.
Yeah, see, like he's going to come and he keeps coming and he just rolls his ankles. He hits the back. Don't think it's that bad.
No.
But Smith is going to come back, so works out well.
Well, Kuric, he's up and walking, and he's going to go to the bench. But like you said, Schmitz gets to come in and take him off. And you know, Kuric, he's done a great job for them. He's been playing well, but at least you get to bring another big-time player in off your bench. And if you're Coach Banchi.
They just got to contain the ball now and force France to make a play, not give them too much on the dribble.
Great nice pass.
Oh.
Easy 2-point shot. Great pass by Sylvain Francisco to Rudy Gobert. Zagas almost turns it over. They get a shot off Batum now. You see Cole saying, whoa, slow it down, hold on, let's use a little bit of the clock, let's run an offense. They're up 3 with just under 3 minutes. Schmitz, they're looking for Gobert. And I believe that foul is going to go against Aptos Kuric, number 47.
He did what you'd asked him to do, really. He's all over Fournier, and then he just got pushed off and tried to hold on, so.
That's going to be his 15th foul, so he's going to have to go to the bench. And I do think that the captain, Dairis Bertrand, must be hurt. There's no reason he hasn't played in this second half. Zagas, Francisco, Yabusele. Sloppy offense, but they still have control of the ball, and they get it to that man. Oh, somehow it goes out. Gobert tips it out, so they're going to have a new shot clock. Francisco. And Gobert almost with another tip out. Schmitz underneath. Oh, he was alone. He was alone, and I think could have gone up. And so, talk to me a little bit about what you thought about that last possession by Silver Francisco, that shot.
Well,
they switched. You have Gobert with a mismatch. You say go get the rebound, big man.
Yeah, at the end of the day, where they were on the shot clock,
Okay.
wasn't a bad look, and they had good looks, good shot opportunities on the offensive glass. It was more that they took so long, I think, to get to that point.
Right.
And Gobert, they could have got it. I still think, get it to, like they did on the roll pass where he just got the easy 2. Get it in. If they make that adjustment, Gobert will get it back to someone.
Well,
And he's not their first, can't be their first option, unless he gets to the ring. Let's take a listen to Mankey.
Gradually. Sorry. Keep on the ball. He's back. Screen. Attack. Get open. Okay? Then we put him into the Spanish action. Feel the corners. Okay? Come on, guys.
well, both Latvia and France are going to be in the bonus on their next foul committed, and each team has a timeout. And you saw the coaches' challenges. Latvia has a coaches' challenge left, as France do not. As the French fans look a little bit nervous, so do the Latvian fans.
Well, Coach Benke asked for them to run that Spanish action out of bounds. Whoever sets the screen could end up wide open as they come back off the next pick. It's and now they're just going to go.
They gotta get the ball in.
Yeah.
They do. Bertrand is left open. His three-point shot off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Gobert skies for that rebound. That was a good look.
Take the first one though. On the out of bound, give and go. Take it two. But that's not Latvia. So.
No. And it was a wide open look by your three-point shooter. Gobert has a mismatch. Batum can't hold on to it. Zagas. They got time. They don't need a three. You just need a score. A good look at the basket. Zorix gets it back. And yeah, that's an easy call for the referee, and that far away from the basket. So it's going to be Davis Bertrand going to the free throw line for Latvia with a chance to cut this lead to 1. Minute 32 left, and just an easy call as Porzingis likes what he sees.
How did France not just catch it and just drop it towards Gobert? He had a massive advantage on the inside.
Yeah, I think Batum was thinking about the pass before he got the ball.
Yeah. Got a feeling it's just one more stop for Latvia, just to get them in the lead. France just want to keep it ticking over. Gobert needs the ball.
Yeah. Fournier, shot clock's at 7. They switch again. Fournier all the way to the basket, loses the ball, but the referee is going to call a blocking foul going against Latvia, so Fournier is going to go to the free throw line, and he is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll get a replay here. Tough call this late in the game, but I think it's the right call.
Again, it's one of those ones where I'm not sure which of the officials should have called it, because the lead official on the baseline didn't. And it's one of those, if you look for it, it's no point looking at all those previous calls, which were similar either. Smart move by Colado. The man whose defensive effort has really put France in this position. Terry Tarpe coming back into the game.
He's had an excellent game, especially on the defensive end. Tips, reflections. Fournier makes the first of 2. As you see the captain there, nervous faces. And France back up by 3. Lots of time left though. Both teams in bonus. Something to think about. Maybe if you're Latvia. Schmitz penetrates, gets all the way to the basket. Nice drive. You don't need a 3. There's still so much time left. I think that was a good play. That was a good decision. He could have maybe shot the 3.
Just got to back the defense. As we said, one stop, and that might do it for Latvia.
Fournier. You know he's going to take the last shot. And that is off. And Gobert is going to be called for an offensive rebounding foul.
That's gross.
And that is going to be his 4th personal.
It's a loose ball foul, so Latvia will walk the floor to shoot the pros.
27.
Well, Schmitz here could possibly give Latvia their first lead of the game.
He's asked to do a better job than everybody else has, though, from the free throw line for Latvia.
He ties the game for Latvia. Cole has 1 timeout left. Not sure if he'll use it. And Latvia have the first lead of the game with 37.7 seconds left. And Vincent Collet says, no, I want to use my timeout now. Oh my goodness, folks. France leading for 39 minutes. More than 39 minutes of this game. And Latvia now with a 1-point lead. Let's listen in.
Si ça switch sur le jeu à deux, Gershon il vient poster, Rudy faut que tu montes ici, tu peux faire un flair à l'opposé. T'as entendu? Là il y a un flair pour celui-là. Donc tu peux effectivement jouer Gershon en relation, et tu peux jouer sur l'autre côté. Et pénétrer bien sûr. Il faut qu'on ait de la vitesse pour aller chercher la balle. Let's go! Le grand.
Wow, Coach Collet drew up a set play, talked about if they switch, talked about if they trap. And let's see what France are going to get out of this timeout. There's a lot of time left. I know it's only 37.7 seconds, but...
He's going to take it in the front court. He's going to go 14 seconds.
Yeah.
As long as Latvia get the rebound off France score, Latvia will have a full 24.
Yeah, they have a timeout left as well.
Timeout, a full 24 to win the game. The stop will probably do it for him.
Yeah, Musele gets the ball. And trying to get it to Francisco. Good job there by Zaghaus. So 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Fournier. Nice floater. Tipped. Oh, and missed by Gobert. So Latvia, they're up 1. France has to foul. And they're not able to foul. There's 14.2 seconds. Latvia are going to have the ball. Not sure if Banchi is going to use a timeout or not.
No,
He's going to trust his players.
He doesn't want to give Collet the opportunity
Right, to draw
organize
something.
stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
They've got to get it. Once they get it in.
Well, this is the game clock. They get it in. They have to foul. They don't. Time is running out. And Fournier does foul with 10 seconds left. The good thing is they're actually putting Zaghaus to the free throw line.
Yeah,
And he is
absolutely.
only 2 of 7 tonight. You're only down 1, and then you have 10 seconds left. That's a lot of time to get down the other end of the court.
Zaghaus,
If he can make...
it's a big time for Zaghaus now.
This is
If he
probably
goes to-
the biggest
yeah.
free throws of his life.
Yeah, he makes these 2, and who went back against him?
And he makes the first. 2 of 7 going into that. He is now 3 of 8.
And will, if they makes the second or 3 up, will that be a foul? Send France to the line. Let's see.
And he misses. Batum. It's a 2-point game. Fournier almost turns it over. Francisco, he has a look, and it's off the rim, and Latvia wins! Latvia makes history! And their fans are going wild! Oh goodness me! Latvia has done it, folks! Wow, what a game! Latvia 88, France 86. A wonderful fourth quarter for Latvia as they outscore France 26-12. And history here in Jakarta. And respect from the French players to the Latvian players. What an incredible game. I am speechless, Mark. Your turn.
Hey, I can't top what you just said. You just summed it up perfectly. You kept saying all they needed was that extra stop. Just get over the hump. They didn't get over the hump until 39 minutes.
First lead of the game came with 37.7 seconds left. France now, it has become very, very complicated as you see a little bit of a discussion between the 2 players.
There's a lot of experienced guys there. I'm sure they'll sort it out between themselves. But the most important thing for me, Sean, is that
Let's not worry about what's
they don't
happening.
know. That's just happened.
Latvia,
It's
go
not
ahead and
needed.
celebrate. You deserve to celebrate,
Exactly.
boys.
And the most important thing about that is they won being Latvia, right? There was stuff that didn't go for them. They didn't go away from what they do. Spitz made shots. Bertan's made shots, and they did it without their captain. That's a tremendous, unbelievable performance by a Latvian team that just underlined their qualification. 88-86. Now the only two numbers that matter. Absolutely only two.
Who cares about everything else?
Zaga's had 22 points and Smith's 20. That's massive for those two.
But it was a team win. It was an absolute team win for Latvia. And how proud they must feel right now and all the effort. And I love that they got to do this in front of this many Latvian fans.
Yeah, if those guys make the effort, that's how much it means to Porzingis as well. We saw him a few times during that fourth quarter. And this fourth quarter in particular, it was just, they would not be denied. They've done the hard work. They've got here as one of the first qualification teams. They just would not stop being Latvia, regardless of Bertan's not being in the game. You just have to. And you can talk all sorts of technical things at the end of the day, but their belief in each other was ridiculously there for everybody to see.
This is the biggest win in Latvian basketball history, folks. They are going to finish second in group, most likely. I mean,
well, they have a group deciding
oh no, now
game.
they have a deciding game. They can, for sure, they're moving on. Let's say that.
Oh no,
they're going to finish first
on.
or second, and
yeah,
they're going to give themselves a chance to play in the quarterfinals. And wow, Latvian history made here today in Jakarta at this year's FIBA Basketball World Cup. An absolutely amazing game. They struggled in that third quarter. You kind of thought maybe that was it. France is just going to pull away. They're way too experienced to let Latvia come back. They were down heading into the fourth quarter. They dug down, outscored France 26-12. They got their first lead of the game with 37.7 seconds left. And they held on for a 2-point win.
You know, you're right in everything. People will talk about the Nicolo unsportsmanlike ejection. They'll talk about a number of things, but so many things happened in that game. So many things. You can look at individual parts of it. But this guy, Zagars in particular, just would not be denied the win. He got it where he needed it, and he struggled from the free throw line like crazy. Just a tremendous performance.
What a day here. There you see it. Canada 2-0, Latvia 2-0, France 0-2, Lebanon 0-2. Well, those are today's games. France losing to Latvia tonight 86-88. That is Group H action here from Jakarta, Indonesia. Thanks for joining in, and see you tomorrow.